Welcome, everybody. Boom. Big up, everybody. Welcome back to the Let's Be Real show, the triumphant return of the Let's Be Real show, people. There's not enough drama going around, Connor. I really don't think there is. But how about you? Plenty to talk about today, man. How about you? How are you doing? You good?
I'm good. It's been a while since I've been on here. Obviously, I missed the West Ham reaction, missed the Fulham reaction, which was probably not the best idea for me to be here anyway, because I probably would have let loose on one. But
I probably did the worst match reaction I've ever done.
Yeah, it's not been great, has it? It's not been a great couple of weeks for Arsenal fan, really, has it? I mean, even going back, our last 6 games have all been losses. So yeah, no, it's not been all draws even, and it's not been great. So yeah, we've got a couple of topics to talk about today, but it's not good right now, man. There's serious conversations that need to be had. There's reports of deals that should be done, but I want us to focus on other areas. It's just, I think, I feel like this season's going to be more of a ride or die season again. Probably right to the end and die.
Yeah, and I didn't really get your. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of cussing going on in the group chat. There was a lot of voicemails that probably shouldn't see the light of day. But what were your thoughts on that Fulham game? I mean, West Ham, yeah, we dominated the game, we just couldn't finish, right? Yeah. But Fulham, it just seems like we didn't even show up, which is why I'm completely done with this manager. I'm completely like this project. I'm over the project, but I didn't really get let the people know what you saw in that game real quick before we get into the Scottish elephant in the room.
Yeah, I saw a team that, in my opinion, looked like the end of Unai Emery's team. Didn't want to play the system. Doesn't look like they enjoy the system anymore. It feels like the system, the tactics are now restricting our players a lot, especially the attack. We're crossing in balls, thinking we've got some sort of 6'5" striker like some Olivier Giroud's now in the team. You know, we're crossing in balls left, right, center, even though we know it's not going to go anywhere. Players, when we're creating chances, thinking, do you know what? I'll just have the odd long shot. No, finish your chances and actually have a good shot on goal.
Yes.
Right now, TJ, I'm seeing a team that's bored. In all honesty, bored. Can't finish their dinner for one, which is that's another thing. I mean, you got to put that down on player ability. You're training every day practically. You get your days off. You're having your team photos where you're all happy and smiley for Instagram. At the end of the day, you're going onto the pitch and it's like you haven't been training for a month. It's like you've just been sitting at home playing. I can't say the F word anymore. EA Sports FC. I nearly say FIFA there, but. Yeah. It looks like a team that just has lost its way, and it really does remind me of and people are going to say, "Oh, it's because I've seen a lot of opinions everywhere saying, oh, people are being reactionary.
You're too reactionary.
We're at a
negative. Yeah,
we're at a negative point now, so everyone's now reacting to it. This has been coming for a while. We all know it has. You know, the only improvement we made in the summer was Declan Rice in for Granit Xhaka. Other than that, we have the same team as last season. I'm not saying it's a bad team, but in terms of improvement and trying to progress, bar Declan Rice, we haven't done that. Same team. And I think it's a team, in my opinion, that's completely sick and tired of the manager's tactics. I really do. And I've seen a lot of comments recently, and I completely agree with it. There's no plan B. There's no plan C. It's the same way of playing. Boring, passing it around, waiting for the team to mess up your position and try and find the way through. Martinelli and Saka are playing the exact same thing every week, so teams know exactly what to prepare for. And we'll get into more about Saka later, because there's some stuff I want to go through on that. Teams that just know what we're going to do, TJ. We're going to play Crystal Palace coming up, and I guarantee they're going to play the low block. And we're going to have the same story all over again. Because tactically, we can't beat the low block, which is possible, by the way. It's not a myth. Teams can beat low block teams. But because Mikel Arteta hasn't figured it out yet, and he's happy with his system, because he wants to invert Zinchenko and he wants to do all this this controlled based football and not change his ideas. You know, Mikel Arteta's only been doing managerial. He's only been a first team manager, i.e., just for Arsenal, for 4 years or 3 years. Yeah, 4 years. You can't go your whole managerial career, Mikel, playing one style of football. You know, and God forbid, TJ, if Thomas Partey was still here, which I wish he was at times, but we'd probably still be having him back and doing the whole Gabriel Magalhaes on the bench and all this kind of stuff. So to answer your question, TJ, because we've got a lot to get through, I see a team bored. I see a team that doesn't really look like their own. I only see very minor individuals trying and really wanting to have a go. And it's not down to the fact I think I'm blaming it completely on the players. I'm honestly blaming it down to the tactics. I'm bored of watching it. You're probably bored of watching it. The chat's probably bored of watching it. It's boring football. It really is. So that's my opinion on it, bro. That's my opinion.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. I mean, and this, I really like this comment from here to there. By the from here to there. By the way, just saying this, and I've kind of noticed this too. Is he says what's crazy is David Moyes allowed Declan Rice to play with more freedom. Now everybody's calling him a sideways merchant. Everybody's calling him a sideways merchant because he's probably being instructed to do so. He is more defensive, and we really haven't seen him put in good vertical through balls. I really haven't seen it. Like if he's advancing the ball, he's actually carrying it up the pitch. I think that he is, in the true sense of the word, and I've said this a lot on a couple of other podcasts, is in the true sense of the word, he is a CDM. He's not necessarily the most offensive. He's not supposed to be the most creative midfielder on the pitch. There are two other people that need to be creative midfielders. So like if you're gonna and I'm not even saying like Declan Rice has been our best player, our most consistent player all season. I'm not saying that what he's doing is has anything to do with him as a player. It's him being instructed to do so. So people shouldn't be like the people slagging off. Sorry, I can't believe I'm going to say this. It's going to sound really elitist, but the people slagging off Declan Rice probably need to watch more football and probably need to understand that there are 10 other players on the pitch, 9 other outfielders, 2 to 5 of which are more responsible offensively than Declan Rice is. Declan Rice was brought into this team to be a CDM, D standing for defensive. We have a cam called Martin Odegaard who hasn't showed up in months, and we're slagging off Declan Rice for probably playing a conservative game that he has been instructed to play. So yeah, no, but I agree with you. There has to be some sort of change in our attacking posture. We've been saying it. We were saying it when we were winning. We were saying it. We were saying it back when we were getting 1-0 victories over 1-2-1 victories over Crystal Palace. Like our goal difference, our goal differential in the league really isn't that much. And what's saving us are those freaking Burnley and Sheffield wins.
TJ, we said this at 2-1 Nottingham Forest come start of the season. It was awful football, but we still won the game. People can go back on our match reactions, and we've said the same thing. We've won the game, but the football's awful. It is a shell of what we were playing last season. And for some reason over the summer, I know we asked for Mikel Arteta to change, but not change in a way that we think you're thick, because it's just not good football. It's not. I've been sat with my mates watching a lot. That's why I haven't been here for the last 2 match reactions. I was with my mates watching it, and my mates do like to banter here and there. Most of them hate Arsenal. I don't know why, but a lot of people seem. I mean, I don't really blame them. I see some of our fans talking on Twitter, and I can understand it at some points. But we banter, but even they said, "Connor, this is boring, mate." And I'm like, "Yes, it is." And they're not even like taking the piss. They're being serious. This is boring football. It really is. I was having more fun just talking to my mates than just having to watch the game. And I love Arsenal. Arsenal is priority number 1 for me 24/7. Always will be, always has been. But I get bored, TJ. It feels like this manager is impossible to change his style of play. And the only way I can see it changing, TJ, is if he leaves the job. I really do think that. And I don't understand why fans think that this guy is the answer, that there's no one else out there. This guy is the guy. It's like he's the Messiah. That's him. No one different. Arteta's not going to be here forever.
Nope.
Change has got to be made now. It has to be made now because we cannot go carrying on into the city. And I guarantee if we beat Liverpool on the weekend, which I am hopeful for, because thank God Mohamed Salah isn't there this weekend because he's in the African Cup of Nations, so we might actually stand a chance at left back this time. But if we do, it's now going to go back to Mikel's this, Mikel's that because he beat Liverpool, and now we're through to round four of the FA Cup. You know, so honestly, at this point, TJ, it might be toxic and negative. I can already predict what's going to happen come end of season. I know it's like stay positive, back the team. I'm going to back the team, but I have a mind where I'm like, I've seen this before. It's going to happen again. We will not win anything come end of season. I don't think we're even going to win the FA Cup. I don't think we're going to win the FA Cup.
We're not winning the FA Cup. I'll be shocked if we win this weekend. And look, here's the thing: is it's like here's what you got to keep in mind. That'll be incredibly embarrassing if we do lose this weekend, which we very possibly could. Liverpool may not play a full strength team against us because they have a Carabao Cup game that they have to play.
Yep.
Whereas we don't have to worry about that. So if we don't play our strongest 11, I am going to absolutely fume. 100%. And here's another thing though too is that Liverpool's bench is way deeper than ours. And you know for a fact that they will still play like Diogo Jota, who will 100% kill us. He's a killer. He's an Arsenal killer. And he's back right in time, man. So I don't know, like if you're feeling positive about this game on the weekend, like I want to know what you're smoking. I want what you're having, to be honest. Because there is nothing in this Arsenal team that will give you any sort of positivity, and if you get past a B tech starting 11 for Liverpool, that is still very, very good. Sans Mohamed Salah, you still have to deal with Alisson.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, man, where like where's the positivity coming from? I don't care if it's at the Emirates. Like how have we been doing? We just lost 3-0 at the Emirates. Like so much, or 2-0. I keep saying 3 because it felt like 3.
Could have been 3.
Should have been 3.
Yeah, should have been.
But yeah, I don't know. All right, let's get into Kieran Tierney here because I think that's an actual good segue. Like, so if you need time off, people, here's the thing: if you need time off due to an injury, right? Try out for left back at Arsenal Football Club, and you will get disability like that. Will be unbelievable. But yeah, this in the news on the Twitter sphere, people. Kieran Tierney could be recalled from his loan at Real Sociedad, which I think would be the best case scenario. But I was also reading today, Connor, just across the ITKs.
I know what you're going to say. London. I know what you're going to say, but go on.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to bring him back. I think they're going to try to buy somebody.
And I'm sorry, I'm going to use it once and once now because you're going to get one.
Go for it.
I can't fucking believe that. I genuinely cannot believe that. It will be cheaper unless it's a loan, and I don't know who the hell we're going to get on loan for a left back. I cannot name a name, like a standout name. This is the way. If you want to change your style of play, Ben White loves to overlap. This guy loves to overlap, but you kicked him out because you wanted to play inverted. The guy that does play inverted can't defend. I'm not going to say he's shit because in the midfield, I think he's fantastic. Not fantastic, but I think he's levels above defending.
He is a Premier League central midfielder.
Of course he is, 100%. And I think our style of play would change a lot more if we had him in midfield over the likes of Kai Havertz, maybe even Martin Odegaard right now, and then have Tierney at left back. I swear to God, that would change our style of play like that. It seriously would. You've got 2 overlapping fullbacks that can support the wingers who have no idea what to do right now. And then you've got 2 also defenders that can actually defend, fullbacks that can defend. I know Ben White's a bit hit and miss, but I still think he's a lot better than Zinchenko. Even you can put Tomiyasu in there with Ben White if you really want to, because he is probably the better defender. It just makes sense. But then again, if this is a thing, and obviously Kieran Tierney knows about it, if I was Tierney, I'd say no. Why would I want to play for you? You kicked me out of this team, didn't give me a chance. You brought in your boy, it hasn't worked out. I don't want to come back to you. I'm having a good time in Spain. I wouldn't blame him if he'd done that. Because this manager has, again, ruined another one of our players. You know? And I don't blame him. I would love more than anything for Tierney to come back because I think he'd be a massive boost, TJ. And we actually have a left back then because we don't actually have a left back as it stands.
Yeah. And then you have Martinelli dying on the left side right now, like you were saying. Like our winger, that's the biggest impact. Is that I would love to see an overlapping fullback on the left and putting balls into the box. Like maybe and that's what Kieran Tierney could do. He could actually cross balls in where right now we're not giving our wingers any options. Nope. They're getting absolutely swallowed up by the left back and the center back. And then we have to hear about how, freaking what's his name? Simicus, like or Kudus or whoever you want to put in there is putting Martinelli and Saka in their pocket. And look, big up Jaminho. I see you, brother. Big up everybody inside. Make sure you smash the like. The point I'm trying to make here is that it just provides an option for a different sort of plan of attack. And all these people that are saying, "Oh, Saka isn't a star boy. Martinelli isn't who we thought he is." I blame that squarely on the manager because we were playing a different kind of football last season. It's plain to see. I don't think Martinelli is necessarily. I don't think Martinelli is washed. I don't think Saka is not the levels that people think he is. I think that they are being hamstrung by this manager and the way that this manager is approaching attacking football or lack of attacking football this season. Like it's plain as day, people, that Saka's getting swallowed up by two people. He has two people marking him all the time. Martinelli, yeah, you can say that he's missed a few sitters, but he's also not getting as many chances as he did last season because he got plenty of chances last season and he capitalized. This season he could be doing better, but what tactically are we doing to improve his performance? What is this manager doing to try to get him back into form? I haven't seen it. So bringing Kieran Tierney back, yeah, I would tell him to fuck off, to be honest, because as somebody put it in the chat, as soon as Jurrien Timber comes off, what are you going to do? Bend him back to the bench?
Exactly.
Like because Jurrien Timber was looking like he would be a world beater at left back. At least early indications said that.
Yep.
So like, why would he want to come back? That's a great question. Why would he want to come back? What's his incentive? There's none. There's really none.
I just think Arteta's really cocked this one up. I really do. I mean, you even look at it, Zinchenko, you can see it's not working because Arteta's point of playing Zinchenko inverted is a way to get him into the midfield, which is the reason why he signed for Arsenal. Two reasons why he signed for Arsenal. One, probably because he worked with Mikel Arteta and he liked him. I wouldn't say that's wrong. I think that's probably true. And two, Mikel Arteta promised him a midfielder role because that's why he left Manchester City, because he knew he weren't going to get it there. Because you got the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, and, well, who was there at the time? Gundogan. That he couldn't get in there. In other words, he wouldn't be able to get in a midfielder role starting.
Yeah.
So he brought him in as a midfielder, but an inverted left back, right? The reason Arteta's playing him inverted is to get him into the midfield. We all know that because we see it every single game. But that's not even working because Zinchenko has 1 assist all season in all comps, or maybe just the Premier League. Check me on that.
It might just be the Premier League because I remember at least a few pre-assists or
19 games.
Champions League.
1 assist. Yeah. It's not working. I guarantee if you put him in that midfielder role where Havertz is playing, you will get a better Zinchenko. And you put in, I would even firm having Tomiyasu at left back at that point, and then putting Ben White at right back. Because I saw things the other day, TJ, about how we miss Kai Havertz. Have I been in a coma for the past month or two? Has he become world class all of a sudden? Does he change our style of play? He scored 2 goals, and apparently he's the next best thing again. Havertz still isn't good enough for Arsenal. But yet, all of a sudden, we're missing him again. What? Did anyone watch him at Fulham? We really missed him then, didn't we? Jesus.
That was the return. That was the return. That was the real Havertz that showed up at Fulham.
Have I completely missed a trick here? I don't get why all of a sudden this guy's apparently we miss him. Because we don't. It's clear as day. I literally see Arsenal fans talking about it, even like probably the top gooners. I see them saying it every day. We're practically all saying the same thing, but the manager can't see it. It blows my mind. It really does blow my mind. And do you know what? And I'm sorry, but I watched him the other day. Kirill. Listen, I'll
He's
give him
awful. Get him out.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because he's not a left back. But if that's what we've got, and you got to look at it, TJ. Look at our bench. You just brought it up earlier about Liverpool, TJ. Who do we have on our bench right now that can come on and change the game? You can't even say Trossard right now because Trossard has been awful this season.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely awful. If we didn't buy him for that 15, 20 million that we bought him for, I'd be complaining because he is nothing like what he was at Brighton. Do you know what? I'm going to keep it honest with you. This is the Let's Be Real show. So I'm going to say here, let's be real. Trossard.
Nice one.
Be so honest here. Bar a little bit of last season, a smidget when he first joined, Trossard really hasn't impressed me that much at Arsenal, as much as I thought he would have. And yes, I get he's on his way to 30 now. He hasn't done as many games at Arsenal as he probably would have. But I don't know what it is with him. I just don't see that he was really worth bringing in. If you're behind Martinelli, right, which he is.
Yep.
I get he doesn't have a lot of game time, but I wish from a player like him, I feel like you wish you could see a bit more. Martinelli's been awful, and you'd think in that sense that you'd want to come and make your statement and make yourself in the main 11. And I get last season he had that really good run of form, and Arteta done a Wenger and dropped him because Wenger used to do that. Come to the end of his tenure, he used to drop the players that are on really good form.
Yeah,
I get that, but this season he's been terrible, so bad. Even when he's played a full 90, which he never really does. When he started, I mean, he's been dreadful. So we're shoddy, man. How people think we're going to win this league with that bench and our starting 11 right now? Boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy. I actually want to know what they're smoking. Real talk. And that is why, TJ, we never said we're going to win the league. Neither of us did. None of us said, and I've heard it from so many people saying, oh, you said you're going to win the league. Make this clear right now. Us two never said we were going to win the fucking league.
I like how he looked at the camera. He's looking at the camera, people.
Doing a north
and
side.
Cubed, I never said this either, by the way.
Big up north side.
Give me the clip.
We never said we were going to win the league because we chat the truth. Look at our squad. We are not going to win this league title. And we're not going to win this league title until Mikel Arteta leaves Arsenal. I do not see us winning a major honour under Mikel Arteta. I don't. I think we may scrape past Porto in the round of 16. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat us. I really wouldn't. Because you look at last season, we lost to Sporting in the competition below the Champions League. And I don't see us winning the FA Cup. Because I think we're going to get beaten on Sunday. And even if we do win, I still don't think we're going to go the full way. Because you just got to look at our attack. There's no threat right now. Because we are, and I guarantee, and I've said this to you already, TJ, we're going to play Crystal Palace the same way we're going to play normally. And I'm already saying it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Easy.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky. So there we go.
Yeah, I just think I agree with everything that you're saying. And by the way, big up everybody inside. Make sure that you're smashing the likes. The Spurs fans are here to remind us that they're 1 point behind us in the league. I completely agree with you, man. There has to be a change. Bring me a Hansi Flick. Bring me a team. Bring me a manager that can take these players and put in an attacking, put attacking at the forefront of the plan, because this possession-based football, when there's 10 men in the box playing a low block, there's nothing you can do about it. It doesn't matter. They're just going to step in front of every single ball, which is exactly what's happening, or they're going to force you to put it wide. You've seen it. You've seen it with Odegaard. You've seen it with Saka. You've seen it with Jesus and Trossard. I firmly blame the manager for the fact that these players have fallen off. The talent is there. But if you're playing this kind of football, and you're not regularly scoring, I think we're down to one goal a game on average at this point in open play. I think that was something I read this morning.
Yep.
How are you supposed to build any sort of confidence or form on that will lead you to a league title? I mean, and look, yeah, like we were beating the drum for Trossard this part last season. You were saying that he's fallen off big time. I honestly think that is because of the manager as well, because Trossard is a left winger. He is a left winger that can play in the 9. He is not a left-sided 8. We need to stop this experiment. You bought a left-sided 8. His name is Kai Havertz. He's bad at it. If he's not executing, put ESR in there. At least he'll pretend like he gives a shit. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where, look, you have a starting 11 that is the most expensive in world football at this point. Right? Or is it world second or first most expensive team in the Premier League? It's one of the most. You have to play these players in the positions that they are naturally good at playing. Trossard is a left winger. Stop trying to make this left-sided 8 thing work. Freaking Zinchenko is a center midfielder. Stop trying to play him at left back. Like, what are we doing here? Freaking Gabriel Jesus, sorry to say it, is a winger. He is a winger.
I don't even think
more than a 9.
I don't even think he's
dude, I thought he played really, really well on the wing against Man City. Like I wouldn't mind seeing more of it. Eddie Nketiah is not a footballer. Get him out of the club. Play these people in their positions that they're supposed to be. Like maybe put Nketiah as the boot man or something. Like this guy is not it. Like, and he played it, and you're playing, and after this we can move on. And you're playing this guy for 90 minutes when you need a goal away. How many goals has Eddie Nketiah scored away from the Emirates this season? Can anybody tell me? In the league? 0. 1 at PSV, which was a rubber match that didn't matter.
True.
So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Oh God, here we go. TJ needs to shave. He looks like when you drop a sucker on the rug, it's all full of dog hairs. No, I don't want to look like a child like you. I do need to get it. I do need to get it shaped up though. But big up everybody inside. Big up Nate. Big up Jacob. Yeah, big up Jacob, I guess. Big up Ellie. Big up everybody inside. Let's move on. Let's move on to
very quickly.
Go ahead.
We're playing Trossard and 8. We've got Emil Smith on the bench. That's what I'm going to say.
I know. That's what I said. At least he's gonna go out there and pretend like he gives a shit. At least pretend. Right now we're seeing the Kai Havertz that we all knew we bought. So
yep. I mean, I don't feel like I look fresh right now, Jake. I feel like I look 12 years younger again all of a sudden because I shaved. So I'm probably not going to do that again. You learn your lesson.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. This. I'm going to kick it off. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed by this. I swear to God, I am actually. I woke up to that news. I think it was.
How many Spurs fans snuck into your WhatsApp and your DMs?
Well, I think we all know the main culprit that done that. He done it today.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name names, but he knows who he is.
Everybody knows who he is.
But no, I'm embarrassed. Let me just kick this off.
Go.
This is a contact sport. Unfortunately, Mikel, this is your fault again. And this people say, "Oh, you're blaming it on the manager once again." I'm blaming it on the manager because it's down to his tactics again. Saka had another man next to him, and maybe Odegaard pressing up towards him instead of sticking in one position, waiting for him to make the pass, or maybe Ben White overlapping. And again, I'm not blaming. I'd blame this on the players if the whole team was doing it and there was one individual not doing it, like Kai Havertz was doing at the start of the season. Mm-hmm. It's clearly tactical. Saka has no one to help him. What do you expect? Him to wave a magic wand and get past everyone? He's going to get absolutely mauled. He is our best player, attacking-wise. I think our best player overall is Declan Rice, currently. But he's one of our best players. He is going to get targeted. Mohamed Salah gets targeted for Liverpool. I'm going to bring something up real quick, right?
Yes.
Do you see Newcastle writing to PGMOL? Do you see Crystal Palace writing to PGMOL about Jordan Ayew, who has got 22 more fouls committed on him this season? Do you see them writing? Do you see Roy Hodgson writing to them? No. It's embarrassing. It's a contact sport. If it wasn't a contact sport, I'd say do your thing. It's all right. But little to the fact, Mikel, that you're playing in every single match possible. Every match possible. Bar PSV, away. You've played in every single goddamn match. When you do have Reece Nelson on the bench, who I don't think's a bad player, by the way. I don't think he's the answer, but I definitely think if we need him to fill in, he'll do a job. Because he's shown multiple times that he can do a job for Arsenal. He can put the effort. So I think it's also down to you, Mikel, that you've put, not only have you not bought us a right winger, by the way, in your whole tenure at Arsenal, you haven't bought a backup for Bukayo Saka, but you're keeping him on the pitch for all this time. Not only is he getting battered, but he's also getting injured multiple times. We're always hearing he's playing with injuries. I swear, and this is embarrassing. What's PGMOL going to do? MOL going to do? Oh,
laugh him out of the room.
Can't touch Saka now. It's an instant red. You can't touch him now. Because otherwise, then shit really goes down. Then Mikel's got to get out of his squad. Edu's going to roll out soon and really put his foot down and say, you can't touch Saka. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's a contact sport. Again, bring it up again. Do you see Newcastle writing to PGMOL about Bruno Guimaraes? No. Do you see Chris?
No, Guimaraes would just give him the forearm shiver.
Exactly. Do you see Jordan Ayew, an experienced footballer, saying, "Oh no, it hurts. Oh, I can't do this anymore." Look, I'll go again. Do you see Lucas Paqueta one less than Bukayo Saka? Do you see West Ham writing to them? No. Anthony Gordon? No. Another look at all these Villa players getting ironically our former manager. Do you see Emery saying, "Oh, good evening. We need to write to PGMOL." That's my. No, you don't.
That was a really good accent, actually.
Actually embarrassing. It is embarrassing that we are doing this. So embarrassing. Honestly. Sorry, guys. Can't touch Bukayo Saka now in games. Can't go near him. He's got a zone now. He's got a circle that you can't go near him. Get out, man. Honestly embarrassing. TJ, I'll let you ride off that, bro, because I'm embarrassed.
You absolutely yes. Dal's 100% correct. Absolutely cooking. No, we had the same conversation. We had the same conversation last year. Last year, Top Gooners complaining that Bukayo Saka is getting abused, and I think he was actually lower on the foul list at that point when we were talking about it. I remember Lee bringing it up to where he was like 7th in most fouled, and we were still complaining about it. Like I guess it's more. How do I say this? I guess I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna answer, and then I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask the chat a question. I think it's accented because everybody has their eyes on Bukayo Saka. Sorry, not everybody. I'm gonna no offense to these players, but nobody really has their eyes on Bruno Guimaraes 100% of the time. Nobody is watching Jordan Ayew.
On his day, he's one of the best wingers in the league. Of course,
no, he's for his age. For his age, he is the best winger. He is the best winger.
They're gonna have his eye on it.
Best player. Yeah. Here's the thing. So I guess my question is now, are they doing this? I feel like this is a PR stunt. Like, are we doing this because we're trying to distract or make excuses for terrible football that we've been playing the past 6 matches, 1 win in 6? Like, that's really what I think it is, and it's pathetic. Because how about we stop focusing on what we can't control, which is Bukayo Saka getting fouled. I mean, if you really want to control that, then don't play him as much. That's really the answer. Exactly. And why don't we focus on what we can control, like the football and the type of football that we play? Maybe stop putting Bukayo Saka in situations where he's taking on a left back and a center back 2-on-1, trying to get the ball into the final third. Like, sorry. Like this is just a PR bullshit move that you're trying to distract from the fact that we have 4 points in our last 5 league matches.
Yep.
That's not good. You're talking about 33% of available points. I'm going to say this again to people, and it's not necessarily on the it translates. We dropped 5 points to Fulham this season. 5. League champions do not drop 5 points to relegation fodder. Before that game, Fulham were 4 points off the relegation zone. We helped them with that, didn't we? Yeah. You do not drop points home or away to anybody lower than 11th or 12th. There's no excuse. No excuse. And you're trying to distract from that with this kind of bullshit. Like, I'm sure Saka is fine. If Saka was truly injured, he's like, you know what, boss, I don't think I can go. Or you would hope, and you would hope he would advocate for himself, because you sure as shit can't depend on our medical staff. Now, can we, Yuri and Timber?
If Saka came in with injuries, like literally like a broken rib or a broken arm or a broken leg every single week or every single fortnight or so, I'd be like, right to PGMOL, because there is something going on there. But Jesus Christ, it's not the end of the world. It's a contact sport. Imagine if you'd done this in rugby. You'd be, well, we're getting laughed at as it is, but you'd get even more laughed at. It's not. I know it's not the exact same as rugby. It's two different sports in terms of contact. But at the end of the day, Saka isn't getting punched, is he? He's not getting absolutely walloped. He's getting tackled. You tackle in football. It's as simple as that. Again, I'll reiterate. Do you see Newcastle and Crystal Palace right into PGMOL? No, you don't. It's honestly embarraing, TJ.
It's weird. It's weird because I think Newcastle is more worried about breaking out of their losing streak. I think Crystal Palace is more worried about staying in the league.
Yep.
You know, maybe they're focusing on the football. As much shit as we give Roy Hodgson, I think he only cares about the football. You don't really see, you don't see Roy going after the refs after a bad decision.
Exactly.
You know, it's honestly embarrassing. We're a banner club. We're a banner club right now, which is why the chat is full of freaking Spurs fans. Big up C Cubed, who's now a mod and calling me a fraud in my own chat. Big up, big up everybody inside. Make sure you're smashing the likes, and of course, the doctor is in. People, the doctor is in. Big up to our friend Dr. Seymour Butts. We need to be diagnosed, my friend. We need to be diagnosed. And that's a big old no to this, Dirk, but welcome to the channel. Make sure that you sub and smash a like. I will not say that. I will not say that. Tottenham, yeah, just a reminder, people, just a reminder.
But they've got the Europa League. That's the
argument. They got that Europa League. They got the Europa League. And that League Cup that they won back in 2008. Oh yeah. I was a freshman in college in 2008, and I think Connor was just getting out of diapers at that point.
Look, maybe just a bit older.
A bit older than that.
No, that's how long it is. But anyway, we move on from Tottenham because
we move on. We move
point behind us, and they've got a chest to speak on right now. You know, they're in the first season, and they're fifth, so they're getting there. But and we didn't. We got eighth. So
don't remind me.
Do you want to talk about this? Because I think, and I don't know if Jamino is still here, but I think you'll love this one, bro.
Oh God.
You were wrong. I think we might have been wrong, TJ.
I'm not there yet.
Not there yet. I think
I'm not there yet. Why are we blaming David Raya? What?
I'm not blaming David Raya, but I'm just thinking, look at our team last season. You know, I mean, then again, the defending hasn't been well. There's been moments, there's been bozo jeans recently, but you know,
I was gonna say I have a pretty big rebuttal on this one, but go ahead.
Me thinking maybe we go back to the old ways of Aaron. Well, I don't know. What do you think?
Are you doing it for vibes? Are you doing it for vibes, or are you doing it because you think he can actually perform better?
I don't know, because I'm just thinking this whole team just needs a bit of a revival. If it means changing the goalkeeper again, I mean, so what? You know, but I think he's going to play on Sunday. If Mikel Arteta starts David Raya, I think that's a bit shitty. You know, this is the cup games. Let Ramsdale prove his worth. You know, this may be the game for it. You know, when Liverpool don't have Mohamed Salah in the team, they will struggle. I'm not saying they won't beat us, because I think they still will. I still think they will with our form. But without Salah, that is a massive blow, especially up front. Pause. You know, so I'm just saying, I want to see Ramsdale this weekend because it's a cup game and he plays cup games. So, and I'd be interested to see if he pulls in a good performance, because I still love Aaron Ramsdale. I never said I didn't. I just wanted to see what Raya could do. And Raya has been all right. I think it's 7 clean sheets in... No, what is it? can't remember what it is. 7 clean sheets in 15, something like that.
7 and 15, yeah.
Yeah, so just under. Well, if you want to 0.5 it, but anyway, we don't do the maths here. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether it's time to just rotate it, because at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to really hurt that much. You know, you're replacing him with a goalkeeper who was the main goalkeeper last season. It's not like with the same defense, by the way, exact same defense. Just a thought out there.
Yeah, I think we're fine with Ramsdale starting. Like if I see Ramsdale starting this game, what am I going to do? Get upset? Like he is technically our cup goalkeeper. And I think he's not levels above David Raya. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm Raya in over Ramsdale, because I think Ramsdale is not at Raya's level. I've never said that. I just think that Raya brings something different to the team that Ramsdale doesn't. And while Raya has made some mistakes, they have not been as numerous as Ramsdale's. Again, we have a larger sample size with Ramsdale. I understand that. I understand that. But Raya has put in a shift when we've needed him this season. The problem is that we've had our back line fall off in form the last couple of games. So I don't necessarily blame David Raya for that. I don't blame David Raya for the loss at West Ham at home, and I don't blame him for the loss away. I really don't think that there was too much that he could have done. Maybe on the cross, big up, big.
Love how
big up, get that fraud head out of my club. This guy was
respect.
Yeah, no, respect, 100%. Yeah, this guy was over at Tottenham away. Goals conceded. Goals conceded. Yeah, no, I here's the thing. Is that if you're going to put Ramsdale in over Raya this weekend, that's fine. But in the league, I really don't think that there's enough of a sample size to justify it. Like, and look, one of them have to go, and we know it's going to be Ramsdale. We know it's going to be Ramsdale over the summer, because he's not going to stick on the bench and play number 2 to David Raya. He's not going to do it.
Way, not in a bad way, but we are stuck with David Raya in a sense that we have. I think we have to buy him coming to season. Well, we've already bought it. I think we've already bought it, really. So. Unless Ramsdale, unless these goalkeepers are happy to go back and forth and play second fiddle with each other, the only thing I don't want is the excuse I don't want is in the summer, which probably will happen in Ramsdale going, is that Runnelson's the backup. That better not happen. Not under my watch. Even in Conquo, I don't care if he's doing all right for Wrexham. You need a better secondary goal.
He still barely plays at Wrexham though too. Here's the thing. Here's the thing is and don't ask me how I know that. I follow Wrexham very, very. I don't know why I follow Wrexham as much as I do, but I do. Yeah, Deadpool FC. I guess the point I'm trying to make here is that I don't necessarily blame Raya, because the back line has been playing like absolute shit. Like our Rolls Royce. Try to say that 3 times fast. Saliba's been playing like shit. Like the last 2 games, he's been pretty bad, middling to average.
It makes him win the Romero debate.
Yeah, right. Don't say that. Don't ever say that. He still wins the Romero debate. He still wins the Romero debate because he actually plays. But anyway, Saliba's been bad. Gabriel's been better, I think, arguably.
Really? Those two mistakes against West Ham and Fulham were bad. They were bad. Before that, very solid. Liverpool, very good. I don't think Saliba's been awful, TJ, in all honesty. I don't think they've had, the way I describe it is they've had their moments. They've had their moments of when they've
sorry, that cross in for the first goal at Fulham was inexcusable on both White and Saliba.
100%.
They were not marking, and I'm just kind of like, what are we doing here? Like we've completely fallen off. The fact that we allow a low cross like that to go in is nuts. He hasn't been the levels. I think he's fallen off the form that he had through November.
Yeah, no,
that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's been awful. I'm just saying that we expect a certain level out of these players, and they haven't been living up to it.
I think it's down to, again, I feel like there's just a lack of motivation in the team. But did I hear the excuses that we're now going to really get it this time because we're underdogs? It just blows my mind. It's like, gee, what's the games? A bit of a message to those people who listen, you can be ultra positive all you want. Respect to it if you are. I have to be. If I was living in that world, I think I'd be ill because I wouldn't be facing the facts. In life, you have to face facts. You got to face the truth. And the truth is, right now, we're not good enough, and we're not good enough to win the Premier League. Last season, in my opinion, was a stunt compared to this year, an absolute stunt. And I've said it to multiple people. I've said it to people away from, like, in terms of real life, people I see every day who talk football. I said, this manager's taken us to a place as far as he can take him. I think people forget that this is Mikel Arteta's first managerial job. First team managerial job, before people correct me. First team.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot more time in football to become better. And I do think he will. I don't think he's the worst manager of all time. He's definitely in the role of being a good, not world class. I don't think he's going to be anywhere near that. But I definitely think he's going to make a name for himself in football. But there comes a point where you realise that this guy's CV isn't full. And when the CV ain't full, you've got to terminate it. If you're working for, let's say Apple, and you've only had 3 years experience in working in technology, it's very rare that they're going to hire you. And the only reason that, in my opinion, that Arteta got hired was because he played for Arsenal. And he was a captain of Arsenal. And I think that's the truth in it. I really do think that. And I think his time's coming up now. And I really do think it is. And I swear to God, if Josh and Stan, probably Josh because he's more in control, because obviously Vinay's leaving at the end of the season. If we come up with nothing again, TJ, I don't even care if we get Champions League again. In top 4, I mean. All of them.
Because what are we gonna do?
Edu, Arteta, Vinay's already going. I think. I keep forgetting his name, man. Oh, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Someone will have to remind me. But they've all got to go. Completely refurbish it. And then people say, oh, but you want to do a process now. I'm like, no, get an experienced manager with experience behind him, and we'll see a different change, I reckon. I really do.
Yeah. I'm just so done with this process, chat. You're either winning or you're losing. This is professional sport. Like these are big boys playing a professional sport. Like why do we have to talk about processes and levels and tests and quizzes and all this BS? Like it doesn't matter. You're either winning or losing. Like same argument that I give to Spurs fans that are saying, oh, we're in year 1 of your process. We're 700 million in 4 years into yours. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Who's winning, who's losing, who's in the Champions League, who isn't, who is going farther, who is bringing home honors. It doesn't matter what year it is. Like it really doesn't. You're either winning, garlic. You're either winning or you're fucking losing. And that is the beginning and the end of sport. And right now we are losing. Yep. So if you are not getting the results that you need to be getting in a manager that is used to dealing with a weak mentality in the squad, which we do. We do not have a winning mentality in the squad. We say it until we're blue in the face because we never win anything. Yep. How are you supposed to instill a winning mentality when you never win anything? Mm-hmm. That's the long and the short of it. I mean, how many of these players that are left in the squad won the FA Cup?
Yep, exactly.
Saka, Martinelli.
Don't think even Martinelli was in the squad at the time. I don't. No,
he
would have been. He would have been. I don't know about.
No,
Saka.
he was there.
Pretty much.
Saka, yeah, but other than that, the rest of them are gone.
Pull them up actually. Let's go ahead and put it up.
Yeah, no, pull it up. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think.
Whilst I'm doing that,
sure everybody.
I want to quickly throw you a question because I know we'll probably leave about 5 minutes for the.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you a quick question. And I watched the stream the other day, 12-man podcast, big up Dan Potts. That was a fantastic stream.
That was an epic stream. That was an epic stream.
Northside, Babs, Jess, I think it is, and Igal. It was a good stream. I know there was a bit of back and forth, but it was overall a good stream. Not just saying because Northside pretty much cooked, but it was a genuinely good stream from both sides. Mm-hmm. I want to throw you this, TJ. Just a quick question. Who are your favourite top 3 players? Actually, no, not your favourite. Who are the overall best 3 players at Arsenal right now, do you reckon? Just give me your top 3.
Saliba.
Doesn't matter. Up to you.
Saliba, Saka. Oh, Rice.
Right. A lot of people want Mikel Arteta here for a long time. Well, from the way it sounds. If he's here for a long time and we're still in the way we are, these players will be gone very quickly. Saka's not going to be here forever. Saliba's not going to be here forever. And Rice isn't going to be here forever. They're going to go soon. Listen, we talk about, people laugh about Saka's falling off and all that. I don't disagree. I think he has fallen off a bit recently. But it's not stopping Real Madrid from knocking on the door, or Barcelona, or Bayern Munich, because they will eventually. Saka will eventually leave Arsenal. And if Mikel Arteta stays any longer, because they listen, and great point from Northside the other day, Robin van Persie, Cesc Fabregas, Alexis Sanchez. If you want to go back to Ashley Cole, you can. When there's no success at Arsenal, the best players move on. They leave. Yep. And these players will. And then we're back to square one again, trying to find a better player. The longer we stay with Arteta, listen, I'm going to give him to the end of the season and I will go ham. When's our final game of the season? Is it? I don't know what the exact date in May, because I know we'll do a match reaction for it.
Yeah, no. We're at home to Everton, and I don't remember the date.
We are playing them on the 19th of May, 2024, 4:00. About 6:30 on the 19th of May. If we end up not in a final by that point, because I don't think we will be, I'm going to let loose on that stream. And that stream's going to be legendary on this channel. Because that stream will be titled, and clip it now, 19th of May, 2024, 6:30 p.m. That will be called Arteta Out now, that stream. Because he's got to go. That's the day. If he wins nothing that day, if there's nothing coming through, no finals, you got to go. Simple as that. Got to go. And that's the way I'm going to put it. That's the team, by the way.
Right. Yeah. So only.
Let's have a look at the bench.
Who was on the bench?
Nketiah came on. Let's have a look at the bench. Saka was there. Nelson. So Saka, Nelson, and Nketiah. And only one of them played that day.
Saka, Nelson, and Nketiah, and Saka's the only starter from that squad that gets regular minutes.
That's 100%. I completely agree with you. This will happen.
We 100% agree.
This will happen.
100% agree, bro.
If there's no success, why would they bother staying here? As much as Saka loves Arsenal, which I know he does, as much as Saliba probably loves Arsenal, even Declan Rice now. Declan Rice will be here I definitely think for a number of years. But if the knock comes calling, like Real Madrid, if that was me and I'm playing for Arsenal, because I love Arsenal, obviously, I'm gone. We're not winning. I want to have a successful career. It's as simple as that. When he gets fired, which I think he will, get in someone with experience. Ancelotti, Simeone. Jesus Christ, if we have to get in Allegri, get in Allegri. Like, just get in someone that's experienced and can win us stuff. Hansi Flick, like you mentioned, TJ.
Bro, I'm beating the Hansi Flick drum until my hands fall off, to be honest with you, because honestly, like, we need a coach that has won shit. And that guy won a sextuple. Okay? That's 6 trophies. Interesting name, but 6 trophies with Bayern Munich during the 2020 season.
Yep.
Give me that guy. And he bombed out at Germany. Germany's a shambles.
He's not young, TJ. He doesn't have the great hair, the black hair. He's not the best looking Spaniard.
Yeah, I know. He's not. He probably doesn't inspire the fans to put a banner out there with him saying "Let's go" on it. Like, it's a joke, man. Like, it's a joke. The fact, like, people fall in love with these guys like they're characters. No, they are, and I'm gonna start sounding like Lee here, so forgive me. They are replaceable employees of a company.
They are.
That is what it is.
Simple as
it
that.
is what it is. And people get so. Here's the thing. This is like I think English people, well, Americans do this too. This is really something where, like, depending on the people that get attached to stories and people that get attached to players and who they are. Oh yeah, well, he's riding with Frim in the Arsenal mobile in the Frimbogini or whatever the frickin' they call it. They get attached to these players personally, and it's not personal. Like, sorry, this is a business. Football is a business, and if you are not succeeding, if you are not winning, then you need to be replaced. Simple as. Who was I talking to about this? We were talking about Thomas Partey, and I'm not trying to get too far off the rails here because we got to close out here in about 5 minutes. But, Thomas Partey, if he's not healthy, we need to sell him, Because if you're showing up to work 33% of the time and you have my job, you're on the bread line, buddy. You're on the freaking unemployment line. You lose 1 out of 6 matches. You know, if I failed 1 out of 6 projects that I work on my day-to-day job, and I know this is a dumb comparison, but I'm gonna make it anyway because I'm a waffler. You better believe that I'm gonna get fired or disciplined. Like, come on, guys. It is a results-based business. There's no fairy tale.
There's no
story. There's no redemption arc.
There's no magical ending at the end.
Yes, there's no magical ending at the end, other than us beating Everton 3-0 at the end of the season of us winning absolutely nothing. Yep. That's how this ends. Sorry, we've seen this movie before, and it's shitty. Yep. Anyway, you want to preview the FA Cup match?
We'll go for it. 5 minutes or so. Listen, the only way I can see us winning that game is if we take advantage of Mohamed Salah being out, but I don't think that will stop Liverpool. I don't. I'm going to be honest. I don't really listen. I'm going to try to be positive here because I know some people hate me being negative. I'm going to try to keep my hopes up for it. I'm going to support the team, obviously, but I don't see us beating them. I don't. Especially with our form recently, and we're going to play that same goddamn football. I know we are. We don't have a left back, so that means Kivior's going to be at left back, which is probably even worse, unless Mikel Arteta changes the formation, which I think should happen, by the way. I think we should change formation, personally. I think the 4-3-3, 4-3-2-1 is dead. Honestly, I think it's dead. I think he needs to try something new. I don't know because I'm not a tactician. You know, all I do is play video games and FIFA, but that doesn't make me a tactician. I'm just saying I'll switch. It's got 33 Kev and everyone works together. No, I'm not a tactician, but I think I can clearly see that this formation ain't working anymore. It's not. So maybe this could be the time that we could see a change, but I don't think it will. I think it'll be the same back line, Kivior at left back. I want Ramsdale to play just because it's a cup game, and I think he deserves it. He doesn't get any game time. And obviously, Ray's been a part of a squad that hasn't done well in the last 6 games. So I think Ramsdale deserves a shout anyway. Not down to just Raya, by the way, but I think something fresh, something new. You know, he's played before. I think it's going to be the same midfield because we've got no one else. Havertz, Odegaard, and Rice. I honestly think Odegaard will put in another stinker. He'll probably raise his hands a few times and get the crowd going. He'll probably do his hair a couple of times like that. He'll probably send in a couple of crosses that will get to the first man. Then it will be Saka, Martinelli, and probably Nketiah up front. And we'll have a load of corners and we'll send it into the first man because Saka can't take corners for some reason. That's another thing, by the way. Jesus Christ. Swear to God, I could take better corners than Saka right now because he's been shocking. And I love Saka more than anything. Saka is by far my favourite player at Arsenal just because of the Haaland stuff. He was here from the beginning. Right now, as a youngster, as a 20-year-old myself, he's just around my age. That makes him one of my favourite players easily. But by God, is he shit at corners. Jesus Christ. Against Fulham and West Ham, especially West Ham. I was sat with my mates at the pub. I'll tell you the story quickly. I was sat at the pub watching West Ham Arsenal. Every time, because we had loads of corners that game, didn't we? Yes. We actually had like a shot of like a drink. And I said, first man, when it was a corner, when Saka took it, I said, first man, drink. First man, drink. Every single time.
Dude, I hope you had like a liquid IV or some glasses of water after that. Good Lord.
Yeah, no, definitely.
That is not a good drinking game.
It's not a good drinking game, but it wouldn't be a drinking game if Saka didn't hit the first man every time. So it is what it is. But I think it will be the same team as we played against Fulham. No. I think Jesus will come in, but it won't make a difference. There's no point playing. There's no point playing anyone on the bench either. There's no one that can really make a difference, TJ. There really isn't. So. Yeah, same team, and I'm going to go for, sorry to be negative, I think Liverpool are going to beat us 2-0. I don't think we're going to score. I know we're at home. TJ, what can I be positive? 1 win in 6. What can I be positive about this game? They are currently top of the league. Yes, they're missing Salah. I get that. If we beat them marginally, I will say it's because of Salah. If we beat them with actual force and actually not destroy them, but beat them with pride and say we've actually done this. They'll say maybe we're not with Salah. But I think we're going to lose 2-0. Sorry, I don't think we're going to win this. I think we're going to get knocked out of the FA Cup, but we've got bigger fish to fry.
I unfortunately agree. I think we'll score, but it won't be enough. I think we're going to lose 2-1. You just have too many players out there that are better than us overall from a depth perspective. Liverpool are better than us.
Yep.
And you can still expect them to put out like Nunez, Diaz. Like they have options. Gakpo. They have options in attack, even if they do have games that they need to be worrying about because they actually care about cups.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they do have the League Cup game, they still have Diogo Jota. They still have McAllister as an option. Samikas at left back, VDV. I mean, the team writes itself. I mean, there's really nobody on our team other than Saka, Rice, and Saliba that you can say, oh yeah, these guys can compete. Like the level just hasn't been there. So sorry to be toxic and negative, and I hate to do this because it's going to be the first watch along that we've done on this channel.
Yeah, it is.
Watch alongs are every week now, everybody.
By the way, there are another reason we're going to lose. Love the cause, absolutely for it, but we lost to Nottingham Forest in that white kit. So
yeah, love the cause, but I mean it doesn't matter. Dude, it doesn't matter if we're wearing trash bags out there. We're losing. Like it just is what it is. Especially because that I don't think Jesus is out of the doghouse yet. So he's going to play 90 minutes of Eddie and Kedia, and that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. The only thing that could give me a little bit of hope is at least we're playing at the Emirates, so maybe Eddie will actually pull his head out and score.
Well,
so.
Well, at least we know we've got the crowd behind us because at the Anfield crowd, we all know. I mean, Jesus Christ, there was something else when we played them. So, yeah, I don't know. Don't know if it's going to be great. We will going to talk about transfer targets, but maybe save that for American Idiots tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to save that for American Idiots tomorrow, people. We're going to have to wrap up. Connor, tell them where they can find you, and then I'll do a quick preview, and then we will get out of here. I got to go back to work.
Right there.
There.
I believe coming soon. I was talking to TJ about the other day. I think I'm going to bring back the channel.
I didn't want to plug it because I was afraid. I wasn't sure if you were for real.
No. I really want to bring it back. I don't know how recent. This happened before. I done it in January last year. I think or the year before. I just started it, So, yeah, I might start investing in some better quality stuff. Better web. I mean, this is meant to be a 4K webcam. This ain't 4K. I can tell you that for free. So Logitech done me there dirty. Get a better microphone. I definitely, I want to start up again. So CMO will be returning soon. It will probably be something like the Football Terrace kind of channel, covering all things football, not just Arsenal. So, because you got Arsenal on here with me and TJ, it'd be a bit boring if I said the same thing on another channel. So, keep an eye on that. And I'll keep you updated, guys, on each stream. I think I'll be here. Yeah, I should be here for American Idiots tomorrow. We'll be here for American Idiots. I know that for a fact, actually. First time there, TJ celebrating that. It's actually the first time in a while, isn't it, TJ? I haven't been on American Idiots for a while.
Yeah, so, I mean, and I don't know who our guest is going to be. I haven't really locked it down. I got a few feelers out, but it might just be you, me, and Dal. But if it's just you, me, and Dal, I think that'd be hilarious too. It's always fun, and we got a couple of ideas going around about new show formats and things like that. We're talking about it, and now we have a scoreboard, we have a timer, we have some ideas kicking around. So keep your eye out on TJ Warren TV, and of course, Connor. It's just CMO. He is an incredible content creator. He was cooking, and then he, what do you have, like 300 some subscribers already?
I was doing definitely. I was doing like video daily content, and then the problem is at the time that was it. It was 2 years ago because work. I got my first job, and I couldn't handle streaming while working. But now I'm in a position where I've been at my job for nearly 2 years now. I can now manage a daily lifestyle where I could probably fit in streaming at night now. So. Yeah, that's one thing to bringing it back, but I'll keep everyone posted in these streams and stuff if anything does come back. And Cube, screw you. No, I'm joking. Big up.
Cube, get out of here. Cube is just throwing them from the cheap sheets today.
Yeah.
Cube asked, "Are you guys doing North London as ours today?" No, we did it on Tuesday.
Rather drink bleach. No, I'm joking. No,
we did it. We did me, Mari, and Mari and Michael did it on Tuesday, and it was a class show. There wasn't a bunch of arguing. It wasn't a bunch of people yelling over each other. It was three gentlemen having a honest conversation about Arsenal and Spurs. And I actually really enjoy. Yeah, I don't understand it either.
Maybe because you don't put a mix of Stefan.
Maybe it's because that Stefan, Stel, and Will weren't there. I mean, that's exactly what it was, actually. But it was a class stream. It was a class stream. Go over there and watch that on Tottenham Away if you haven't already. But let's go ahead. Yeah, it's because Stefan has gone.
Stefan has gone missing. Has gone missing a bit.
Yeah, he's gone. We start losing and he's gone. Weird. All right. This has been the 11th episode of the Let's Be Real show. You can catch me tonight on Sarcasm City TV, midnight UK. I believe that'll be me and Flawless, and I think he's saying that Cam and Tony Claude are going to come on. So that will be a riot. So yeah, go over to Sarcasm City if you haven't already and smash that subscription, people. And then I think the next show is going to be Sunday. Watch along. We are going live at.
What's tomorrow?
Friday. Oh, American Idiots. Jeez. I'm telling you, man, my brain is 100%. Yeah, I don't know. My brain is 100% scattered, but we will have the return of Weekend Predictions, the return of the American Idiot show tomorrow, and we will not be skipping any weeks. Now that the holidays are over, we are good to go for
Weekend Predictions. It's FA Cup weekend. It's FA Cup weekend.
We'll how about we'll review? We'll review because we haven't even reviewed since I think Flawless and Lee came on last.
Oh wow! Okay.
So we haven't even done that. No, we haven't done it in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Great.
So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you for keeping me between the lines, man. My brain is absolutely.
No worries.
So yeah, tomorrow 9 p.m. UK American Idiots, guest to be determined. And then Sunday we are going live, I believe at 4 p.m. UK time for the watch along. I might be running that solo. Connor might be there, maybe
50-50, right? I hope I am the first one.
But yeah, we'll have the scoreboard up. We'll have everything going so you can see a man break down on live YouTube. So and then of course Monday nights, it's actually Tuesday morning, 1 a.m. UK. American Waffle, the show that we do over on Staffy TV. Go and watch that. That is probably the show that is gathering the most steam in terms of American content creators, because that show is just hilarious and it's taken off. So go over to Staffy TV and smash a sub as well. Until next time, guys, this has been the Let's Be Real show. Come on, you Gunners, please stop embarrassing us. We will see you later.